Hi everybody, in this video, let's look at some basic stuff of this Casio calculator. Casio fx-570EX or fx-991EX. These both calculator actually having the same functionality. What's the difference is fx-570EX, this is one-way power calculator, means that you only can use battery. For fx-991EX, this is two-way power calculator. You can use battery or solar energy. Okay, now by default, when you just purchase this calculator, you will see these two symbols here. So this is for math input. So later on, I will go deeper about this to you. And this is degree. So that means that let's say if you want to calculate sine 30 degree, you don't have to press this degree sign. Okay, this is 1 over 2, right? So you can just press sine 30, close the parenthesis. Okay, since your calculator already set the unit of the angle to degree, so your calculator know that this is 30 degree. You get the same answer. Okay, next. Let's say I do the calculation for this 2548 plus 6452 equal. Then I want to use this number to continue doing some other calculation. So I don't have to rekey in 9000 again. So let's say I want to take this to plus 2000. So you have two ways. One way is easier, which is you just press plus. Then you will see an answer here. This means that this answer refers to the answer that you got previously, which is 9000. So press 2000. Okay, this is one of the method. You will get 11,000. So another method is 2548 plus 6452 equal. Now this is 9000, right? If you want to key in 9000 again, you have to press 4 times 9000, right? So you can just press answer plus 2000. So this answer refer to 9000. You will still get 11,000. So same thing, if you want to take this 11,000, continue doing some other stuff, plus 300. You can just press plus. Now this time, this answer refer to 11,000. Okay, let's check. 11,300. So you will see a small arrow appear here, right? So you can use your arrow key to navigate what was your previous calculation. For example, you press up 11,000. So this is 9,000 plus 2,000. You press up again, you get 9,000. So same thing, you can press the arrow key down to check other calculation. Okay, so next, let me talk about the reset function. So sometime when you just receive this calculator, you feel so happy, you explore every single function, you press here and that, causes this calculator doesn't function as usual. For example, now you press 3, then you press this button, and you turn it off. When you turn it on, it shows you this one. So you want to calculate, let's say for example, 1 plus 3. You get error. Or you press 1 plus 1. Okay, let me go back here. 1 plus 1. You get this. So it's not expected. You should expect this to get 2, right? 1 plus 1. This is because you already set it to binary number. So if you don't know or you forgot what you have done to this calculator, what you have set, so you just can reset it back. Make it change back to the initial setting. So how to do that? You will see this reset words printed in yellow color, right? So if you want to activate this key, reset, yellow color, you have to press shift first. So same thing, let's say if you want to key in A, the A is printed in red color. So you have to press alpha first. Let me show you here. Okay, let me reset it back first. So since I want to activate this reset button, which is printed in yellow color, so I have to press shift. Once you press shift, your calculator will appear small s here. Now your calculator know that you want the reset button. So you press OK. So just initialize all. So if you go back to the initial setting, press equal, press AC, all clear. Okay, now 1 plus 1, no problem, you will get 2. So 1 plus 3, you will get 4. So now it's already go back to the initial setting. Sometimes you might face this problem. This is because maybe because of your naughty friends go to change the contrast of your calculator display. So if you just bought this for a few weeks, suddenly when you turn on your calculator, you get a very dark display here. So what you need to do is just go to contrast to change the contrast. Let me show you here. So since my calculator, this emulator, not able to show you, so I'm going to show you a video. Now you see the display becomes so dark. 9 plus 3 equals 27. It's very hard for you to see this 27, right? You reset it, but it just doesn't work. Still the same. Okay, so now what to do is, you want to go in the setup. Since the setup word is printed in yellow color, so you have to press shift first to let your calculator know that you want this setup. Okay, then press arrow key down, search for contrast, press 3. Okay, then you get, for this arrow pointing to the left, you will make the display become lighter. Pointing to the right, you will make the display become darker. So my dear student, don't go and prank your friends, making fun of your friends. You feel so happy, but your friends feel so sad and worried. Okay, so if you have facing this problem, try to change the setting. Now you cannot see, right? Okay, I'm going to change the contrast. Okay, change the contrast. Press arrow key pointing to left. Now it just go back to normal. Okay, so next, let me share with you the input and output of this calculator. Okay, so by default, you will see this symbol. This means that you already set the math input. Okay, so how do we, normally I will not suggest you to change it, but since this is one of the features of this calculator, I'm going to share with you too. Now, we are going to go in setup here. So since the setup word is printed in yellow color, so you need to press shift and press setup. Okay, now you see input and output. You will see 4 types of choices here. So by default, it will set to the number 1, math input and math output. What does this mean? When you set to math input and math output, let me give you an example. If you want to calculate this 2 and 1 over 5 plus 1 and 3 over 4. Okay, this one. So this is math input, right? Now, what do you need to key in? First, this is a mixed number, right? You have 2 ways to key in a mixed number. If you can just press 2 first, then press this. Oh, sorry, not this. You press 2 first, then press shift. Because we want mixed number, we have to press shift first to get this. Okay, then 1. Now you cannot press 5. You need to, now the cursor is over here. You have to bring your cursor down first. You get 5. And now you cannot press plus. If you press plus, the plus will just appear beside the 5. This is not what we want, right? So you have to bring the arrow key, go up here first. Okay, then press plus. Okay, so to key in a mixed number, I told you there are 2 ways, right? So another way is just press shift first, press this. So you get a template for a mixed number. Now just key in 1. You cannot press 3, you have to bring the arrow key, go up here first. Press 3, go down. You have to bring the cursor, go down first. Okay, press 4. Okay, then equal. Right? You will get this. This is math input and math output. Normally, we will prefer this because it's easier for us to read the answer, or it's also easier for us to key in, right? So sometimes some students don't like to use this because you need to keep on pressing the arrow key, right, to change the position of the cursor. Now you can set it to line, shift, setup, 1. Okay, what happened if you change it to math input, decimal output? You will still see this math input sign here. So, okay, let's key in this again. Shift, get the template of a mixed number. 2, move the cursor, go up here. 1, move the cursor, go down here. 5, move the cursor, go to the middle. Okay, then press plus. Okay, so another way to key in a mixed number, still remember, press 1 first, then shift this. Okay, 3, you have to bring the cursor, go down, you get 4, press equal. Now, your calculator will give you in decimal, not in fraction. Why? Because you already set it to math input, decimal output. Okay? Okay, let me continue trying 2 others. Input, option, shift, setup, input. Okay, so now, what happened when you set it to line input and line output? Okay, you will notice that the math input symbol no more here, right? Okay, this means that when you key in this mixed number, it won't appear like this. So normally I will not suggest you go to change it. Now, but this, when you key in, right, you don't have to keep on, when you set to this input, you don't have to keep on pressing the arrow key. Let me show you here. 2 and 1 over 5. 2 and 1 over 5. Okay, plus 1 and 3 over 4. Press equal, you will get this. Okay, so this is line input, line output. So let's try the last one. But if let's say you want to change to decimal, no problem, you can just press the button, right? So if you want to change to mixed number, you can press shift, press this, you change to mixed number. But if it will give you in this form, personally, I do not suggest you go and change it because this is harder for the student to read the answer. It's also harder when you want to key in, easier to make mistake. Okay, let's try the last one. Setup, line, input, and the output will be in decimal. Okay, let's set number 4. Try again. So 2 and 1 over 5. You will notice that when I key in, it's pretty fast, right? I don't have to keep on pressing the arrow key. Plus 1 and 3 over 4. Okay, equal. So this time, your calculator will give you decimal instead of fractions. Okay, so same thing, if you want to change to fraction, you can just press this button, change to fractions. So if you want to change to decimal, if you want to change to mixed number, you have to press shift first, press this button. Okay, if you set your calculator to line input, you might see this. Let me show you here. Okay, let me change it to number 3. Line input, line output. Okay, let's say I want to calculate 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. You press equal, you see 3, right? So we want to continue counting for other stuff. Let's say 4 times 2. You will see 2 lines over here. Okay, so this is multi-line function. So if you don't, okay, let me continue doing it. Let's say now I want to calculate 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6 equal. This is multi-line. You can see 4 times 2, 5 plus 6. So if you want to see the first calculation, you can go up. Use the arrow key to navigate around. Okay, so some students don't like this word so big. You can also go and change it to become a smaller font. Shift setup. Okay, so this one you don't have to go to change it. Okay, let me multi-line font. So if you set it to small, now it becomes smaller. Okay, let me show again. 1 plus 2, let's say, for example. Then 3 times 5. 4 times 5. Okay, so same thing. If you want to, you can use this arrow key to navigate around. Okay, these are some features of this calculator, but personally, I do not suggest you go to change it. So I will suggest you go back to set it to math input and math output. So if you have forgotten what you have done to this calculator, we just can reset it back. Shift, reset. Okay, initialize all. It will go back to the initial setting. Okay, now let's go back to the math input and math output. Okay, now let's look at this one now. By default, your calculator will set to degree, right? So sometime when you want to do the calculation for sine 30 degree, 40 degree, and so on, you need to be careful. Always check your calculator display here. You see a D. Okay, so let's say sometimes you play around and you accidentally change it to other unit. Let's say, for example, okay, this is the way how we change the angle unit. So you play around and you change it to radian because it is so small, right? You might not notice it. So it will bring you a lot of trouble. So let's say I want to take sine 90 degree. You press this is degree, you press calculate, you get 1. Now how about when you use your calculator, sine 90? You get different answer. So let's try some others number 45, let's say 45. Hey, let me set it go to 45. Hey, why can't change it? Let me see. Okay, now let's see 45. You get this? Okay, so how about our calculator? Sine 45. You get all wrong answer. This is because that you have set your calculator, the angle unit in your calculator become radian. So your calculator will just assume that this is 45 radian, not degree. So what you need to do, just go back, change the angle unit back. If you don't know how to do it, just reset it. Okay, now you see degree. Let's calculate again. Sine 45. Now your answer is correct. So sine 90, you get 1. Sine 90, you get 1. So normally I will not suggest you go to change to radian. Let's say if you want radian, for example. Okay, let's say now I want to calculate sine 2 radian. Okay, so since now you see I already set it to radian. You get this. So if you press your calculator, this is degree, right? So if you press sine 2, your calculator will not know that this is radian. It will just assume this is 2 degree. You get different answer. So what to do, you don't have to go to change the degree become radian. So what you need to do, just go in here, enter the units of the angle that you want. Option, angle unit. Press option first, then choose angle unit, radian. Okay, now your calculator knows this is 2 radian, not 2 degree. So even though you have set your calculator to degree, but since you emphasize here, you put a small r here, your calculator knows that this is 2 radian. Now you get the same answer. Okay, so make sure before you do some calculation, especially you are form 3 student, when you are dealing with the trigonometry ratio, for example, sine 45 degree, tangent 30 degree, and so on, make sure your calculator here is D, not R. Okay, so if you don't know how to change it back, just reset it. Okay, now let's look at this question. Fill in the box by using the symbol greater than or less than to form a true statement. So you'll notice that the denominator of the fraction here is different. So if you want to know which one is bigger, there are two ways. So you can just first we change the denominator become the same first. So what to do is times 8 times 8, right? So here you will get 40, here you will get 24. So here do the same thing, but this time not times 8 because we want to change the denominator become the same. So half times 5. Here do the same thing. Always remember the denominator and the numerator need to multiply by a same number in order to keep the value of the fraction. This is 40, this is 25. Okay, now we know which one is bigger, right? So this is bigger. So if you don't want to do this way, we can do another way. Let's first change to a improper fractions. 2 times 5 will get 10. 10 plus 3 you get 13. Okay. So the line here it means divided. 13 divided by 5. Okay, this one I think it should be no problem, right? You learn in primary school. Okay, this is 2.6. Now, how about this one? 2 and 5 over 8. Same thing, we change it to improper fraction first. 2 times 8 you get 16, plus 5 you get 21. 21 divided by 8. Okay, I think this one should be no problem, right? Because primary school you did this a lot. Okay, so now you get 2.625. So this is 2.625. This is 2.6. Which one's bigger? Definitely this one will be bigger, right? Once you change it to a decimal, it's very easy for you to do the comparison. So, but let's say if you want to change it to a decimal, your calculator can help you actually. So for example, this one, I want to change to decimal. I just key in the mixed number first. Let me get the template of mixed number first. Then 2 and 3 over 5. Press equal. You will get a, this is improper fractions. You press this button. So you will get 2.6. Okay, if you want to change it back to improper mixed number, just press shift, press this. Okay, so same thing, let's try this one. We have two ways to key in a mixed number, right? Beside press shift, get the template of the mixed number, we also can press 2 first. Then only press shift and this button. So 5 over 8 equal. Change to decimal so that easier for us to make the comparison. 2.625. Okay, so we can use our calculator to change a fraction to a decimal, or decimal go back to a fraction. Okay, let's go to explore some other features of this calculator. Let's look at this one. Let's say if you want to do the calculation for this after solving showing few steps, you got the final answer. You want to check whether your answer correct or not. Or before calculation, sometimes some students like to get the answer first before they start to do the calculations. So let me show you how. 1, 2, 2. Okay, or you can just press fraction first, get the template of a fractions. Negative. Okay, the negative you can place here or middle is okay. 1, 2, 2, 8, 8, 0, 0, 0, 0. So I have a lot of 0 here, need to be more careful. Divided by 8, then divided by 4, multiplied by parentheses. This one, if you don't want to press parentheses, your calculator will have no problem. It can solve it also. So if you want to put a parenthesis, also can. Okay, now you might having a problem sometime for this type of answer because you have a lot of zero here. You might miscounting the number of zero. How many zero do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 zero, right? So the answer for this is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, 6 0. So if you feel hard for you to calculate the number of 0 here, we can use the digit separator function of this calculator to help us to get to see the answer is easier. So how to do that? Go to Shift, Setup, okay, press arrow key pointing down, search for digit separator. Okay, now I'm going to turn on this function. Okay, let's see what happened now. Negative fraction 122,880,000 divided by 8 divided by 4 multiplied by negative 25. Oh, 25. Okay, now it's easier for us to count how many zeros do we have here. So your calculator will help you to group 3-digit one group, 3-digit one group. So once we look at this, we know there are 6 zeros. Okay, so you can try this function. If you don't want, you just Shift, you can reset it back, or Shift Setup, go to digit separator, turn it off back. Okay, so this is another features of this calculator. Okay, so next thing, let's talk about this unit conversion. So sometimes you make the purchase online and the measurement given is in inches, but we seldom use inches in school, right? So you might not be able to imagine how big or how long is a product. So you can use your calculator to help you to do the conversions. So you'll see the conversion here, convert. It's printed, this word is printed in yellow color, right? So you have to activate it first by pressing Shift. Okay. Now you have many measurements you can convert here. So this inch to centimeter, this is length. I'm going to press 1. Okay, can you see it? Okay, now it's clearer. Just choose the one you want. So inch to centimeter. Inch to centimeter, number 1, press 1. Okay, now you go back, key in 4. Okay, so 4 inch is equal to 10.16 centimeter. Okay, so if you don't, let's try another one, 1.65 meter. Sometimes you make maybe some social media profile. It requires you to fill in your height, but the unit given is feet. So you don't know what's your height in feet. So you can use your calculator to help you to do the conversions. So this time I key in another way for you. I just key in 1.65 first. Then press Shift, convert. Now this is length, number 1. Okay, meter to feet. Okay, just press 4. So your calculator now will help you to convert 1.65 meter to feet. Very equal. Okay, it's equal to 5.41 something feet. Okay, so beside doing this type of conversions, we also can do the conversions for the velocity. So this one, before I show you using calculator, I'm going to show you how to calculate it without using a calculator first. Calculator is just help us to get the answer. You cannot fully depend on your calculator. You need to know how to solve it without using a calculator. Now, 15 meters per second. This means that 1 second you can travel 15 meters. So if it requires you to change to kilometer per hour, means that If 1 second you can travel in 15 meters, 1 hour you can travel how many kilometer, right? So to do the conversions for this type of questions, I will suggest you to write this first, so it's easier for you to continue doing it. Now you will see very clear meter on the top, second at the bottom here. So how to change meter to kilometer? I think you have no problem. What you need to do, just divide 15 by 1000, right? So you will get kilometer. Okay, how to change second to hours? Take 1 divided by 60 first, you will get minutes, and divided further by 60, you will get hours, right? Okay, now 15 divided by 1000, you will get 0.015. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one should be 1 over 3600 kilometer per hours. Okay, now we can use the calculator to help us to check the answer. Okay, for this one, right? 1 divided by 60. 1 divided by 60 divided by 60. You will get this, right? 1 over 3600. Don't go to round off this decimal. I will not suggest you to change to decimal and round off it. You will not be able to get really accurate answer. So let me go back this. 0.015. Oh, 0.015. And this 1 over. So you see, if this is one of the, this is math input, right? So it's very easy for you to key in. You just key in what you see here. 3600. Then press equal. You will get 54. Okay, 54 kilometer per hour. 1 hour, you will be able to key in. You will be able to travel 54 kilometer. So can our calculator help us to do this conversion? Yes. 15, you can just press 15 first, then press convert. If you don't want, you can just press convert first to get the unit that you want. Search for velocity. Okay, now I'm looking for meter per second to kilometer per hours, right? Press 2. Okay, then go back here using your arrow key. Just key in 15 equal 54 kilometer per hour. So your calculator can help you to do the conversion. Okay, so next thing that I want to share with you is, if you are now from 1 or from 2, you might facing this problem. Let's say you calculate 35 over 2000. 35 over 20,000, sorry, 20,000. Press equal. Okay, if you want to change to decimal, you press this, right? You get this, but you don't understand what does this mean. If you are Form 3 student, you should be able to understand, right? So let's say you don't understand this. Wow, we can go to change this. So how to do that? Shift, setup, number format. Okay, so we have a lot of features here, but in this video, I'm going to share with you this number 3. Just go to normal. Okay, then press 2. Okay, let's check again. 35 over 20,000. Now you get fraction. If you want to change it to decimal, press this button. Now it's easier for you. Now you should understand what does this mean, right? Okay. So just now what we got is actually, we call it standard form. You will going to learn it in Form 3. Okay, let's talk about the insert functions of your calculator. Now let's say, okay, before I use calculator, let me solve this question without using calculator first. I think it should be no problem, right? 30 plus square root, remember to write. So negative 50 plus 86. When we deal with negative number and positive number, especially for Form 1 student, because you are still new to this, we always make mistake, right? So you can, whenever you see a negative, you just think about losing money, okay? Whenever you see positive, you just think about earning money. So when we talk about money, you will be easier to get the answer. So try to think, if you lose 50 ringgit and you earned 86 ringgit, so the final result is earning or losing money. Definitely will be earning, right? Because earning more than losing more than this amount, the amount that we lost. So we know our answer will be positive here. So earn how many ringgit? 86 minus 50, right? 36. Okay, whenever you have problem dealing with the negative number, you just think about when you see negative, losing money, positive, earning money. Okay? Then let me continue doing this. So be careful, we have to do the multiplications and division first. So here, I will just copy 30 without doing anything. Square root of 36 is 6, right? Because 6 times 6, you will get 36. Okay, copy the rest. Now, you cannot take 30 plus 6. You have to do the multiplication part first. Okay. 6 times, or you can just include this together. Positive times negative, you get negative. 6 times 10, you get 60. Okay, so again, you earn 30 ringgit, you lose 16 ringgit. Oh, sorry, not 16, 60 ringgit. So you earn or lose? Losing money, right? So how many ringgit? You have lost 30 ringgit, 60 minus 30. So if you are not very sure about this, you can watch my previous video. So now, let's see, how do we use our calculator to check the answer? So sometimes, maybe you make this mistake, for example, 30 plus, and you forgot to key in the square root sign. Negative 50 plus 86 times negative 10. Okay, then press equal. This is not a correct answer, right? So you notice that you forgot to insert this square root sign, square symbol. So you go back here all the way here, then you press square root. Oh, you need to key in again. Negative 50 plus 86, and then you have to go back here, delete every digit here, delete. Okay, let's see. Correct. Now you get negative 30. So is that other way that can help us to insert this square root symbol easier? Yes, let me show you here. Negative. This is just some extra features. So that this is insert function. So if you really don't understand this, but still okay, you just need to do more work. So since this is one of the functions of this calculator, so I just share with you. Also, yeah, you can learn more things. Okay, now this is not correct, right? You get this. So what we need to do is we want to square root this whole thing. So I have to put a parenthesis first to let the calculator know that I'm going to square root this whole thing. So the next thing, I'm going to use this insert printed in yellow color. Therefore, I need to press shift first, then press this. Now you change become arrow. So now your cursor change become arrow, you press this. It will just square root whole thing. You don't have to retype again and delete some other extra digit. Okay, press equal. You will get the answer. Okay, let's go to the next thing that I want to share with you, which is percentage. So to calculate 30% of 600, before this, let me show you how to calculate it without using calculator. So this one, we can do this way, right? And that just simplify it. Okay, so if you want to calculate using calculator, you can times 30 over 100. You get this answer. But if you don't want to key in 30 over 100, you can just press 600 times 30%. Printed in yellow color. So you need to let your calculator know that you want this percentage. So press shift, press this, you will get 30%. Now your calculator know that this is 30 over 100, 180. Okay. So the angle unit I already shared with you just now, right? Radian and degree. So always make sure that your calculator show you a small d over here. Okay, so for this video, I think I just stop here first. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. If you want to purchase this calculator online, but you worry that you will mispurchase a counterfeit product, you can just go to Shopee and purchase from Casio office store. Before this, I bought my calculator here as well. I think I bought 2 calculators from this Casio office store. Both are authentic product. Now there are 3 colors available: black, blue, and pink. You can click on the link in the descriptions, or you can just go to Shopee, search for Casio office store. Just type Casio office store here, and you will see this shop, Casio office store. Since this is Casio office store, if you purchase your calculator here, you don't have to worry about the authenticity of the calculator. Just click on it. You can type the model of the calculator you want to purchase here, or you just go down here, search for scientific calculator. As I told you just now, there are 3 colors available for fx-570EX: black, blue, and pink. And you will notice that there's another calculator which looks very similar to this fx-570EX, which is fx-991EX. These both calculators actually having the same functionality. What's the difference is, for this fx-991EX, this is two-way power calculator. Means that you can use solar energy or battery. For fx-570EX, this is one-way power calculator. You can only use battery. Okay, same thing for fx-991EX. There are 3 colors available also: black, blue, and pink. Okay, let me share with you some other differences between these 2 calculators. For fx-570EX, if you want to replace the battery, you need to take out 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the battery used in this calculator is AAA battery. For fx-991EX, if you want to replace the battery, you just need to take out 1 screw. And the battery used in this calculator is button cell battery, LR44. Okay, that's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.